Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm Prodigy, this time with a long time, never posted before, at least for years, Warframe video. Now, I've been back to Warframe since Tennocon 2026, which was this weekend, and I have a few thoughts on it. So just hear me out. First of all, I thought it was amazing. I liked everything that they showed. I really did. We're finally going to have a new system, which is a new star chart, which is going to be amazing, and I cannot wait to explore it. And then they showed what's going to be like in Tau, the new planet. Right off the bat, they showed Albrecht Intrati working on the new Warframe Briscoe, which was kind of confusing to me because I was thinking Albrecht Intrati was the villain that we were going to get, but I'll talk about more about this later. Then they show the entire sentient how they developed. They showed a sentient, doing this business on the street, which I thought was terrible. Honestly, I mean, it's a kind of humor that's very American type, or maybe in the Americas, but in the rest of the world, it just sounds crude. And I do not want to play a game where I see NPCs and enemies, pissing around all the time. Imagine if the Grenier, when you went into planes, you see the Grenier behind trees doing their business. No, that's not what I want in this game. That's not what this game is about. So please, just it was just a little fun thing, but please don't do more of that in the game. Then see the new Warframe abilities and use of his weapon and the new scenarios and the new enemies. Blah, blah, blah. Everything looks nice. It was really, really well done. Always in part with everything that came before. Then they showed gambling, and I can say that I'm a bit worried about this because the grind in this game is already a lot, and they're going to put it all on top. And I'm going to top that with grinding. I really don't think that will be a good service to the players. But we'll see. Maybe it'll be easy. Maybe it'll just a fun little gimmick. So maybe it'll work. Then we saw a new boss, which has its own mechanics, which I thought it was nice. I thought it was going to be more like Returnal. I thought they were going to use a little bit of the what you see in Returnal now with all the flashes, and they did a little bit of that. They have an attack that you actually have to escape. You can just pile your way, tank your way through it. But it was a nice addition, and I like to see new enemies with new bosses with new mechanics. Then we got a good look at the new city, the Sentient City 4 Max. And I mean, that thing looks amazing, honestly. It reminded me of Zion or the Machine City in the Matrix with all those levels and all those ships flying around. I really thought that was cool. I hope it's not just a linear path. I hope we can explore more of the city because the cities that we have right now, in Cities, in Fortuna, they're kind of, they're just hubs. They're just really small. If they really make a big city like it did, like in Albania, if it's really like that, I think it's going to be great. Then our character goes into a casino, and it's a lively casino. It's very modern, and there's a sentient singing. And let me just be honest. I said this before in other videos. I don't think the songs that they choose actually fit in the game that they're doing. I think they're kind of disconnected. I always think that the songs in this movie remind like songs we saw in the Matrix, the movie. Imagine the hallway scene with that rock band play with those drums playing. That's how I see the game. And when they start with these melodies and songs and I don't like it. I don't like it. I really I know I'm probably alone on this, but I was hoping they would add a mute songs button because I really don't like the songs in this game. I always, if I have to play a Sephiroth against the sisters or a Coda against the boys band online, I always mute the game because I cannot stand the songs. But that's just me. Other than that, visually it looks amazing. Then we see what I think will be our arch enemy, our great villain, and there's more gambling involved in it. And they went and I know Balatro is a thing. I know many people are saying, but I don't think everything should be in this game. It's more gambling. So whenever you complete a mission, you're going to talk to this person, and then you'll have to have this little game, which I don't know if it will increase the reward. I hope it just increases the rewards because if it lowers the rewards from the mission, People won't like that. But we'll have to wait and see. It's just a little gimmick that's there. After watching the entire trailer and the entire Tennocon and the presentation, I think that Warframe continues to be the fever dream of Rebecca Ford. You know, she likes boy bands. She put a boy band. She likes rock. She likes rock. She put Dakota. Then she put the Holvania, the the reminiscence of the past, the nostalgia factor, the what you call it, the mall. Yeah, they put the mall in it, but they showed a lot, and it's all very good. But they told very little. The main plot in this story is all was supposed to be all about Albrecht, and we followed him to Albania, to the past. Then we research our memories in Tau in the old piece, where I don't think he was even mentioned. And now we go to Tau to look for him, and instead of being surprised by having a sentient civilization that evolved and bloomed, and have Briscoe, which was the detective sentient, help us find Albrecht, and probably would find out that Albrecht, when he arrived there, he became their guard, thus becoming the man on the wall, thus becoming our arch enemy. No, they changed to they changed Albrecht to be a nice guy. He's helping Briscoe, and they put Hadis, which was the little kid, the little blue kid in Old Peace, to have grown up to be the bad guy. And I don't understand why they keep changing directions. They're always changing direction. They're always introducing new thing or the next thing and running towards it without even resolving the things that were before. And I don't like that. I like to have closure in the arcs that they create. I mean, I'm not going to mention the third wall of murder that's still in Fortuna, and I know they had plans for it, but they didn't solve anything. So, yeah. The good thing is that I play for the red crits and the explosions and the action, and not for the story itself. Because if I did, that would actually push me away a lot. And another thing that I want to mention, I've been in Tau recently, doing the old piece, and I've seen that not a lot of players are there. At least not in the European server. I have to go to the North American server to find squads, and even then, I sometimes get paired up with just one or two players. So the gaming is expanding a lot, and Rebecca Ford, the creative director, is worried that one day, like all devs are, that one day it will happen what happened to Destiny. The game will die. And right now, as a caution, as a personal experience, I see that many times when I go on missions, especially on Steel Path, I don't have anything. I cannot get a full squad, or I have to do it alone. So maybe the game is getting to the point where if you're not playing the latest installment, you're just playing alone, and the game is probably stretching itself too much to just gather the entire player base to have enough squads in all the missions and the player base well distributed. Because I think everything is going to just the latest update, and the others things that were before, for instance, the old piece which just came out last year, is now starting to have people playing it. And I don't know when this new system will come, the new Star Chart, with a new system of Tau. I don't know how many people will be playing the old Star Chart when this happens. I mean, just going to the variant try and find people is complicated. Going to the old piece, the same. So it's just a cautionary tale. But other than that, I did like what I saw. I hope I get more into the story once they release the full thing. And those are my thoughts. Please, if you have any comment to do, please write it down below. Write down what you thought about Tennocon, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a great game, guys.